So we started this yesterday. This is this new mini what do you call it? Watercolor block cotton paper. Never heard of that brand. And we're trying to do this tomato here as just like a you know a nice foil to like this thing, which is coming out like. I don't see that one from yesterday or the last project. Anyway, let's just jump right in. We got like a good underpainting. We did this all in the background, wet on wet, first thing. You could see that on yesterday's real-time watercolor painting chapter. Oh, here's the last one that we tried. Really a lot of challenges. For some reason, we put the same photo in this lineup. So, the tomatoes coming out okay, but definitely does not really pop with luminescence or depth or anything. So, I'm gonna start with the. I got this red here. I forgot what they call that, and I want to add a hint of yellow to that. So, got some yellow here. My new Hansa yellow is coming today, so I'm pretty excited. Oh, that looks great. What a perfect tomato color, huh? Wow. We're starting out with a big boom here. Let's see where we want that. I guess I'm going to try to go here. Let's get a nicer line on this side. Okay, we don't want to put the same color all the way around because that'll make it look, I don't know, comic book looking. So let's try to add this like darker red. That's nice. I'm going to use that color for right here where we are looking for a darker red. So let's see. This is a big puddle, but I think it's all right. And I'm just going to put a little bit right here. And that looks pretty good. Okay. Now, take this thing here, which is even darker. And let's see if we can't get like one of these things going. So, oh yeah. Okay. This is good. Okay, I really like to clean up this whole line on this side. How are we going to do it? I was like, have the same red, but go even heavier into yellow. So here is the same red going heavier into yellow. And let's just give it a try. And we try and get a good line on that side. Okay. So you can see how having different colors, especially on what's, more or less an outline. Hey, Ethan, thank you very much for coming. Thank you for that compliment. Wow, that's and Starlet, I appreciate that compliment. Thank you very much. Look, I got a thumbs up already. Thank you very much, folks. All right, so we got to. Well, what I'd like to do is see this highlight that's down here where the, maybe you could see it better. This is my single light source. If you see right there, you can see that the light is reflecting off that, bouncing up there, and it has like a little, highlight at the bottom edge. So I'd like to get that in there. But in order to do that, we have to have some color to create a highlight because it's the dark that the highlight in the dark that makes it look like a highlight. It's already, there's not really any color there. So I am going to, I think we're going to stick with the red leading into yellow. So just going to get some of this yellow here and working with the same red that we, okay, that looks fantastic. Okay, so let's get this critical line right here. And that's, I'm just gonna make a big blob here. And well, that looks okay. And then like this here, I don't like that hard line. I'm gonna just use this same color to sort of smooth out that line. That looks good. And right here, I want to go more into the red purity. So let's see about that. That's for like right here. So let's see if we can achieve that. See, we're leaving that white there for, you know, later help. Well, actually, there's a shadow there on of the green leaf. So let's see about that. I'm gonna just go here. And oh, there's another shadow right there. I don't know if that's a good shadow to have. Let's try. That's a iffy shadow because of its placement there. But anyway, we're just going to try to take water and move this around a little bit. And let's see if we can just smear this out. And go right here. And now I'm going to try to pick up some of that paint. And it is getting picked up. And I don't know about this line here. I don't really like it. So I'm going to sort of remove that. And now, let's see about really picking this up right here. This is just clear water, and I'm trying to like pick that up. And that looks good. Here is like one of the darkest areas of the shadow, so let's try to get a shadow there. I'm gonna mix like, what is this color? Okay, that's some kind of like deep violet. So get that. That might be a good for the shadow, but you don't want to be using paint straight from the tube, they say. So let's blend that with our ongoing red. And I don't know what this is. It's kind of like a brown. All right, I think that's nice, but let's get more red on that. Okay, that looks like an okay shadow. So we're just gonna, actually I think with some blue in that it would probably be good, but we're busy with this, so let's just do that. And that's nice. And I think we're gonna just try to come right here. And all right, I'm just gonna try taking this up here. And it might not be a good place to, you know, have an end. Oh, it looks pretty darn sharp. This area here, I think we got lucky. And so while we're at it, let's see about, I'm gonna just see about smearing this down, because this is where we want to highlight. So in order to, you know, get a highlight. We need something to, you know. Hi, add a Q&A sticker. Very nice. Thank you. Oh, that's, I don't know what that is. That's a YouTube suggestion. Okay. So that's nice. This is a rough line right here. The border between shadow and, positive and negative space. We're definitely going to hit this shadow with a deep, rich tone and clean up that whole line. So meanwhile, I'm going to rinse the brush here, and I'm going to try to pick up a highlight right there. So let's see if that works. Okay, so I got sort of like a dry brush, and I'm just sort of painting over the, the lower extremity here. This is just a damp brush with some water, and now I am trying to, loosen and the, kind of break down the paint that's already there, and pick it up, and we're getting left with a more subtle tone. So this looks dumb right here, but as we go, having this highlight here, it's important to, have our depth and all of that. Anyway, now that we have done our side project, let's jump back into the main event, which is pair, broken plate, and photograph. So this is going to go back in the fridge if we don't finish today, which looks like we're not, because this is going to be big fun pair, broken plate, and photograph. Last time we were trying to establish the metallic look on the handle of the pot, which is in the photograph. And to start today, I think we're going to let's take out a highlight right here. I think that'll be good. Since we painted that yesterday, it's pretty well positioned there and stuck on. I'm just leaving this drop of water there to hopefully break that down somewhat. Okay, well, we wait for this to break into that paint that's in there. I think we're going to get the green palette, and I think it would be good to advance some of the development of the pair. So let's see, let's get our green going. Okay, that's nice, but maybe with some yellow in there. That looks good. Okay. So I'm going to try down there, this shadowy area. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's nice, yeah. Looks good. Now I want to go heavy into the yellow. We're going to more or less mix the paint right there on the painting. Let's go down here with yellow, and maybe a yellow dot right here. And I guess we could definitely get the blotch right there of yellow. And now that yellow is a bit, tarnished with the green. And I'm just gonna see about, like, right here is a profound yellow. Up here. Wow, that looks great. All right. We are building luminescence. Now I'm gonna rinse half the paint off the brush, and I just want to soften this line right here. That's a hard line right there. It just does not add up. So see that look? I think that looks a lot better. Same with this. Let's try to get rid of the hard line. I don't mind the hard line down there because that's our, you know, bottom end highlight area. And now I want to, let's see about just get a good top up here. We got that, and then we got another one there. This I don't like. We got the same color here and here, where this is closer than that, but I believe we're going to be able to take this out as a highlight later after that dries. Meanwhile, let's get a green for like this back end of the pear. That's behind the stem right here. By the way, if anyone was thinking I know what I'm doing, I definitely do not know what I'm doing. We are just doing intuitive painting here, and hope for the best. You know, basically I recognize tones in the subject, in this case the pear, and say like, okay, right there we got a green, and then I go, you know, paint the green, boom, there it is. And when we're all done, this may or may not add up to be, you know, an exciting, thrilling painting. This painting here, the whole time I was doing it, I was thinking, what the fig? This is not going good at all. But at the end, I mean, it looks half decent. That one was apple, pear, and rock. Then, you know, I got the bright idea to put a photograph in because you can see that, you know, where this pear top is, I mean, it really doesn't line up with what the viewer sees in the live video, because my head is looking at it from a lower angle. So, but anyway, that's why the photo's in there, so you can see exactly what is I'm trying to paint. So right here, I'm trying to make a highlight right there, which is a more or less fictional highlight. I mean, there is kind of a highlight there, but by getting you know, complexity and contrast right here, we would hope to make this appear closer, because complexity and high contrast is going to appear closer than you know, than two tones together. For example, like these two tones together do not look as close as, say, this right here, where it's sort of black and white. That is coming more forward. So see about a little bit more on that. Just there we go. I got a beautiful highlight. How about that? Okay, I got 6 minutes left, so let's see what kind of wonderful stuff we can get done in 6 minutes. This background, I hate it. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe kiss it goodbye when we decide that the painting is done. I'm gonna see about this. I see this quite darker green here. I'm gonna see about getting a darker green for like right there, the darkest shadow. Let's see right there. Okay, yeah. And it was a similar green on that side, so I think we could just maybe just go a little bit right here. The one thing that the big fail on this was, you know, this was a photograph, and this was a 3D live pear model. And the one thing that really was a challenge, and I don't know if I really succeeded, is that make that look like a 3D pear. I mean, it does look okay, but it doesn't especially look like it's standing up on the photograph. So that is one thing that I'm really looking out for, is can this really look like it's a pear standing up on the photograph. So, and why paint a pear standing up on a photograph? That is another good question. Okay, here we're trying to go, and then here I'm gonna see about just take out something right here. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's looking good. I'm hit this one more yellow. Okay, now we need a good yellow green right here. Reinforce this dark area. Here we really want to get a bold, decisive shadow, which is definitely nowhere near right now, but you know, hopefully a few layers from now something will be happening like that. Here I'm going to put yellow there, maybe a little bit right here. And another thing, when we start doing the stem, that might be a big plus. And I'm going to make a yellow tinted highlight, I hope. Let's see if that works out. Okay. Looks good. I really don't like this right here. Maybe that's better. This we could get a little bit more soft. And this I want to get it removed. That's good. Okay. Now I'm going to take a blue. Well, only 2 or 3 minutes left. Get a blue here. I want to get a really good intense shadow. Let's see what we got. Get a little bit of that. Yeah. Not that great. Let's get a little like brown in there. Okay, that looks like a pretty good shadow color. Let's see if we can get a... Okay. I guess that builds some form, but now we need a highlight right here. Rubbing that just with water. Okay, that looks good. I think this looks okay. I'll soften this a little bit right there. And let's soften this gradation. And that looks like trouble, the way that water is beating up like that. And this, we have to definitely put another layer out here. Let's see about, I think what we got here is like a blue sticking out there. So here I'm going to get some blue. This one, I think, it says cobalt blue. Just put that blue right there. Okay, that's like a puddle, but whatever. Okay, I'm running out of time. Thank you for 2 thumbs up. Thank you for everybody who came and made the nice comments and all that. We're going to have to continue this, and I guess it's time for the old tomato. Go back to the fridge. Where is that tomato? Here it is. We definitely made big gains on the tomato, which was sitting like here somehow, like that. And we definitely made some big gains on tomato. We are progressing slowly but surely, or maybe even unsurely, with our pear broken plate and photograph. So I think the pear is getting pretty nice right there. A lot of depth, we hope. As soon as we finish the stem, hopefully it'll be like everything will come hurtling into focus with the pear. And as far as the broken plate in the photograph, I don't know. In this background, I really don't know. But it was art fun, and thanks everyone who joined in today. I appreciate it, but I gotta run. All right, bye.